I'm definitely gonna have to get these glasses fixed today. Not fixed, but get some new glasses. Oops. Hey, Phoenix. What's going on, girlie? We are here. Me and this hair. I hate this um inverted uh camera. So we here and we're finally going to talk about this all in with Ari situation. So for the people that and I'm gonna get started because this a long story, child. This a lot, and I'm gonna get started, and people can come in as they come in. Uh, they'll catch up because it's a lot to go over. So all in with Arby is a new YouTube channel. I think she's only been on YouTube for 3 weeks. Okay. And she has amassed over 80,000 subscribers in 3 weeks. So she came in. I don't, find, let me find. Hey, Pamela. She came in. Let me see, because I don't want to lie on her. Let's see. When does the channel start? Her first 4 weeks. So she first started her channel 4 weeks ago. Her first video, living in my car, homeless in California, in 4 weeks has already received 1 million views. 1.8 million views in 4 weeks. So first video, she came out the gate. I'm homeless in California. I don't have any family. I don't have any friends. Straight violin music in the background type video. Pretty girl. Cannot take that away from her. She's a very pretty girl. And pretty, we know, has its privilege. So, she tells this story about living in her car. And when she first started making videos, she said she was working. She said she had a job, but she was living in her car. And of course, the whole, it's so expensive in California. It's hard to, find a place. I don't know how long she said she had been living here in California, but, she told this story. So, she just continued to stick with this living in her car story because this is her storyline. Then she goes on to talk about, the issues that she's had with partners, her boyfriend, how I guess bad he treated her. Sob story. Building up this sob story to help her case. And, she gives her YouTube channel a name there, I guess the watermelon patch. So when she comes on, she has this cute little, hey, watermelons, and, this whole thing. So you know how it is on YouTube. If someone grows too fast or if something is too shiny, there's going to be somebody to try to knock that shine off. And we have found some YouTube sleuths, because they out there, who have dug into her past and found out some very bad things about her. Now, I haven't mentioned the fact that she had a whole, she put her Cash App in her bio of her channel. She started a Patreon, and it looks like, she was getting some good money from those things. And a lot of the money was coming from men who thinks that she's pretty. And she is pretty. She's to me, she is a pretty girl. I'm not going to, take that away from her. And she has used you know, the Christianity card, the vegan card. I love animals. I love the Christians. I love Jesus. God is my father. He is my savior. She had everything going for her except for the family component. She's really soft spoken. So, guys like her. And I have looked at the comments, and, men were like, yeah, I'm going to send you something. I want to help you. You're too pretty to be, home. You too pretty to be living in your car. And I've watched some men's videos saying stuff like, there's no reason for her to be in her car. She's too pretty. Like, only ugly people are homeless. So, here comes the people with the information. So, they find out that not only is Ari not her name, she changed her name because she left a very seedy past in Arkansas. Not only did she have a criminal history where, she's done some misdemeanor type things, not, big crimes, like she's not a drug lord or something like that. She's had some misdemeanor crimes. But she had an issue where her 4-month-old baby was injured in her care. So her 4-month-old baby was injured while with her. She did take the baby to the hospital. And the baby suffered some really serious injuries. Like, I saw the court documents, and it said that the baby had a, like, brain bleed, small, and a fractured skull. A 4-month-old baby had a fractured skull. Now, it must not have been very, 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 very serious.
Want me to keep him?
No, he can say. He don't never bother me.
Okay.
Why, you about to eat?
Yeah.
Okay. It must not have been super duper serious. It was serious enough for the baby to be transferred from one hospital to another. But that could be because the hospital just didn't have the staff or whatever to attend to the type of injury that the child had. And the reason why I'm saying it must not have been super serious, because the baby was released from the hospital not too long after this happened. But the baby was not released back to her care. The baby was taken by CPS. When she was getting ready to leave the hospital, CPS was like, where you going, girl? And they took the baby. Now, after they took the baby, of course, she won't try to get her baby back, and the baby daddy was like, no, I'm getting my baby, because her and the baby father were not together. Leave me a piece. You want sweets for breakfast?
I just want. I just wanted to pick. I thought they were all gone.
Say hi to my people.
They be your people.
Um, they was almost all gone last night, but I got sleepy.
Amen for sleepy.
Um, so the baby's father, who they were no longer together, wanted the baby. So of course was some there are some court documents in people are nosy. Do you hear me? They done dug up the court documents and everything. So the court document says that even Ari's father wrote an affidavit saying that Ari was not fit to take care of her own child. And so the baby's father did get custody of the child. So Ari, I guess after she lost custody of her baby, went buck wild. That's when she started getting into trouble, got some seedy boyfriend, and they were just, doing crazy stuff together. Like, she was caught stealing in a Walmart. She was, driving intoxicated and just doing crazy stuff. So, fast forward 9 years. The child is 9 years old now. Ari had that baby when she was 23. She is 31 now or something, or 32, something like that. The child is 9. Ari has left Arkansas and is now living in her car here in California. In Southern California, not where I am. And this is where we are now. People have dug up all of this information about her. And the internet is, YouTube is on this, pick a side. Either you with her or you against her. And the men, of course, are with her because she's pretty. She's a pretty girl. And the men are like, I don't care what she did to in her past. I like legit don't care because that's her past. Oh, and she has the Christians with her too. Because her past is her testimony. What she went through in her past is her testimony. She don't live there no more. And isn't that supposed to be how, as Christians, we look at people? We are overcome by our testimony. Now, to play the devil's advocate, and I'm going to do that in Ari's case. I'm gonna play the devil's advocate this time. Even though her leaving her child is triggering for me because I'm an adopted child and I know the lasting hurt and pain that kids suffer when they are abandoned by their own mothers. I know that because I've been there. But when you go to court and lose your child, when you don't win, when you lose a child that you have carried for 9 months, even though it's behind a mistake that you made, you are defeated. You feel defeated. And who's to say that she is not running from that hurt and pain of only being able to see her child supervised 2 days a week? That's painful. This is a child I created in my body. But somebody else has this child because of a mistake that I made when I was in my 20s. I don't even want to look at that I don't want to deal with that. I'm going to legit run away from that situation. And that could be what she's doing. She could just be running away, attempting to run away from that pain and hurt. My mother put me up for adoption when I was 5 years old because she had me when she was 17. She was not ready to have a child. She should not have had a child, but she did because her family did not believe in abortion. They were not, she didn't want to abort me. She wasn't ready to have a child, but she didn't want to, she didn't want to get rid of me. But she wasn't ready to have a child. She wasn't mature enough to have a child. She wasn't equipped mentally to have a child, but she did. So when I was 5 years old, she realized I can't do this. I mean, I'm messing up on everything I do is wrong concerning this child. She then put me in positions where I literally hurt myself. I fell down a flight of stairs on a bicycle because nobody was watching me, and I'm just riding this tricycle, and the tricycle wheel, this is what they think happened. I must have been coming around the corner of the hallway, and the tricycle wheel fell off the stairs because I was probably riding, not paying no attention. I was little, and fell down a whole flight of stairs and had a concussion. And I probably was 3, or I think I was 3, either 2 or 3 years old. I was old enough to ride a tricycle. So, hospital, um, back then, I guess the social workers weren't as diligent as they are now. But anyway, this happened to me. There were a lot of things that happened to me because my mother wasn't, paying attention like she should have. She just had so many other things on her mind. And then when I was 2, my sister died of SIDS and my father was killed. And that just put my mom just in this, that just like tipped her over the edge. My allergies are acting up. If you see my eyes watering, I'm not crying. The wind is blowing here, and I was sitting outside like a dummy. So now my allergies are tripping. I'm going to read your comments after I get finished. So, it just tipped my mom over the edge, and she ended up putting me up for adoption, like giving me to my aunt who adopted me. Now, from my mom's perspective, for a long time, I thought, oh, okay, well, she gave me away. She's happy. And she started having other kids. So in my mind, I was like, oh, you could have other kids, but you didn't want me. Until she turned around and did the same exact thing to them. She one day just got overwhelmed and left my 3 brothers in an apartment by themselves. And no one knew. My oldest brother didn't tell anybody that they were home alone until he ran out of food. And he went and knocked on the neighbor's door and asked them, did they have anything to eat? So then I started thinking, okay, well, she don't like none of her kids. It took me a long time to really understand what was going on with my mother. Like, I didn't understand her until I got grown. That she was hurting too. She was fighting her own internal demons. So I think this is Ari's situation. Ari is fighting her own demons. Yeah, she left Arkansas because it's hard to watch somebody else raise your child and your child be happy without you. That's hard as a mother. This her baby. She made a mistake. A huge mistake, but a mistake nonetheless. And people are calling her a scammer, a grifter. I don't know what a grifter is, child. I could probably look it up. But I think it's someone that, tells people something to make them feel sorry for her to give her money. Hey, if pretty works, if pretty works and you gonna give me your money because you pretty, because I'm pretty, I'm gonna take it. I'm definitely gonna take it. I'm gonna take your money. You dumb enough to give it to me? Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I most definitely am. I'm going to take your money if you give it to me. I'm not taking it from you. You're legit giving it to me. You're giving me your money. She hasn't taken anything. She hasn't, she didn't tell her whole story on her first video, like the I'm homeless video. This is her starting the channel. She's starting with I'm living in my car. Because people, if every video she makes is in her car, people are gonna be asking, girl, why you always in your car? So she started out with I'm homeless. Now she has done some questionable things, like going to the Mercedes Benz dealership in Hollywood, Beverly Hills. She went to the Mercedes Benz dealership because she wants a Mercedes Benz van. And people are like, girl, you homeless. How you gonna be homeless driving a Mercedes Benz van? you know, girl, you got to stick with the storyline. If you done made enough money in your homeless thing, you got to pocket that money. If you want a Mercedes Benz van, you got to be looking at Mercedes Benz when you're not filming videos. You can't let that be a part of your storyline because that's going to trigger people. You just got to play the homeless plight. Go to the park, show them that you taking showers at the gym and all of that kind. You can't be going to Mercedes Benz and walking down Rodeo Drive and your storyline is that you homeless. You can't do that, sister girl. Because that's when you start to piss people off. If you homeless, you got to be homeless. You got to be going to buy your food at 7-Eleven. You got to be, oh, I don't know where I'm going to take a shower today because the Planet Fitness was closed. You got to play the homeless role. You got to play the role of I don't have any friends. I don't, really have anybody to talk to. There's so many things that I'm trying to work out in my life, but I don't have anybody to talk to right now. Girl, you got to play the game. You got to pull the heartstrings of these men. You out here trying to make money, girl. You got to sit down. You got to get a journal. You got to get your storyline right. Like this one man made a video about her and he was like gave her his phone number in his video. Call me 505-678-9278. Call me, girl. 605-505-5278. Call me. I help you with your YouTube channel. I do this and I do that. I was like, honey, look at here. Look at God. Girl, you can't be out here going to Louis Vuitton. You can't be out here buying Louis Vuitton lunch boxes and going to the Mercedes Benz dealership, you homeless. You got to play the homeless role. You got to go to the Goodwill and be buying clothes and stuff. You can't be shopping at Gucci and Fendi and Prada and all this stuff. Girl, you got to buy the homeless people clothes. You got to be going to the Goodwill. You got to be going to the food pantry, and you got to be, oh, let me find out where the nearest food pantry is because I'm running out of food for the month. This the stuff you got to be doing. You can't be out here going to Cucamonga's Korean cuisine and all of this kind of stuff. I'm not trying to turn her into anything. I'm saying if she's going to play the role, you have to stick with the role. You can't get outside of character because this is how she messed up her whole channel. Because she was on a roll. I'm saying if you're going to do it right. You can't start out one way and then take a whole turn. Because see, when she started out, if she had kept going in the direction that she was going in, she probably would have been okay. But see, starting to do little things, this was where it started to trigger people, and people started to go into her past. She was looking too neat, and when she walked into that Mercedes Benz dealership, I think that was the video that started to trigger people. That was her trigger. Going into that Mercedes Benz dealership, looking for a Mercedes Benz, and you homeless. That should never have entered her storyline. This is what I'm saying. I'm not turning her into anything. I don't know this woman. But I'm telling you how she messed up. Because after she did that, it started this kind of ripple effect. I've watched a lot of people who do car, and this is probably why her video was recommended to me, because there are a few people that I watch that do the RV living. I'm living in my car. I'm living in my van. I do watch some of those people, so I'm pretty sure that was why her video was recommended to me. When I saw the first video, her first video, the one that has over 1 million views, I knew. I was like, this girl ain't homeless. She ain't homeless because she have to be. She homeless because she want to be. And if you're going to start it out, if that's how you're going to start your channel, I'm homeless, I ain't got no friends, I don't have no family, this is my situation, then you need to stick to that storyline. You got to play it all the way out. Because if you don't, it's going to be a problem. And I think she jumped on the Mercedes Benz Beverly Hills Mercedes too quick. And that kind of messed things up for her. Because she was already getting, I'm pretty sure she was getting a lot of cash apps. And they said now that her cash app has been taken off of her bio for her channel. And people are requesting their money back. Some people. There are still a lot of people who, are like, leave this girl alone. Because, in a way, I'm with the leave the girl alone crew. Because digging into someone's past, coming up with their court documents, and all of this stuff is a lot. And this young lady said that she has had some problems with depression and, some mental health issues, and it did say in her court documents that she has had issues with mental health. We don't know this woman, and you don't know what could be the pushing point for someone. YouTube, everybody on YouTube has a story. Everybody on YouTube has a backstory. I have a backstory that I have never told people, and I pray to God that people don't find, because it ain't your damn business. If I wanted you to know, I would have told you. Now, I ain't never been to jail. I'm going to tell you that. But there are some things that have happened to me that I don't want y'all to know. You know, I've said that I'm going to write a book and all of those things will be in there. I'm pretty sure that this woman didn't want y'all to know what happened to her child 9 years ago. She wasn't ready to add that piece to her storyline yet. You know, everybody got a storyline, and it's up to me to be able to tell when I want certain things to be released in my story. Just like Netflix and Hulu and all of the Apple TV and Prime, they don't always release the whole series in one sitting. They don't let you binge watch everything. They release an episode every Wednesday or every Thursday or every Saturday. This is how this one, we all trying to do. I ain't trying to tell you my whole story in one sitting. I'm gonna give you bits and pieces because I want you to come back. This is how this woman was probably planning on doing this whole thing. I want to keep you interested. I want you to come back. I didn't want y'all to tell my whole damn story in one sitting. And in a sense, it's unfair. Like, let people tell their story the way they see fit. Even if she wasn't going to tell the truth. If it's a lie, it's still her story. It's her lie. It ain't yours. We don't know what happened to her baby. Okay? My own baby, in my care, fell one time. I fell. My baby fell one time and had a very freak accident. Thank God it wasn't a lasting scar. But my baby, when he was probably about, he was less than 2. He was less than 2 because he hadn't been walking too long. Fell into a Pampers box. Like we had this big box of Pampers that we had got from Costco. And the box was open because there were still, packages of Pampers still in this big industrial, box from Costco, because we had got a whole lot of Pampers. He, I guess, was looking in the box and fell in. One of the boxes, I guess, of Pampers, the lid must have been open, and when he fell on it. You know how babies had them big old heads? And so that big head, I guess, just tipped him right on over into this Pampers box. Because when I heard him screaming, when I went in there, all I saw was, these little feet kicking. And I'm thinking, oh, he's just screaming because it scared him when he fell into the box. Because he legit fell into the box. His little feet was flailing and everything. So, at first I'm laughing because my baby didn't fell in this box. It's funny. Until I picked him up. and his eye was bleeding. So he had then fell into the box and cut the corner of his eye. And he was crying, and the tears were bloody. And as a mother, I panicked, like legit panicked, because he was crying, his eyes were closed, but it was blood coming out. I didn't know if my baby's eyeball was gone. I went into panic mode. I started screaming. Of course, the baby starts screaming more. Then my husband comes in and he's like, "Oh my God, what happened? What happened? What happened?" And the baby is screaming and holding his eyes tight closed. We couldn't see really what was going on. And my husband is trying to gently open his eye to see if his um eyeball itself was cut or whatever. And, we really couldn't see where the blood was coming from. So we took him to the emergency room to, let them look at it to make sure that his eye was okay. So come to find out, he had cut the inside of that part of the eye, not the actual eyeball itself, but near where the tear duct itself is. So it was bleeding. So, of course, when he cried, the tears were blood. Things happen. Things do happen. You know, so I'm not going to say, even in the report, it doesn't say that she hurt the baby. It said that the baby was hurt in her care. So anything can happen. I'm not going to say she hurt her child because I don't know what she did. And obviously, if a report was done, she didn't go to jail behind it. So they must not have said that, she was the direct cause. The baby could have rolled off the bed. Now, of course, that is her fault because she wasn't watching the baby, but she didn't do it purposely. It was an accident. And this must have been what happened to her child. What happened to her child must have been deemed an accident because she didn't go to jail behind it. But I really think that for a mother to look at someone else raising her child, it has to be so painful that she just said, "You know what? I'm just not going to deal with this right now. I'm going to go to California." And I loaded up a truck and I moved to Beverly Hills, that is. Swimming pools and movie stars. I'm going to go to California and I'm going to be rich. And then I'm going to get my baby. I'm going to go to California. I'm going to make it. And then I'm going to come back to Arkansas and I'm going to take my baby. That's what she doing. Y'all let that woman make her money so she can go back to Arkansas and get her baby. Leave her alone. Let that girl make some money. Who's to say she ain't trying to, con y'all out $1 million so she can go back to Arkansas and throw that money in everybody's face and be like, "See, I went to California and I did it. Now give me my baby back." Who's to say? And she almost did it. She almost did it. But see, she still got people on her side. She still got them. Some of the people have not, the Christians. The Christians ain't gonna leave her. They not going nowhere. That's why she came in on that Christian and vegan tip anyway. I forgot to tell y'all she was a vegan too. She's a Christian and a vegan. So she she still, it ain't looking bad. It's not. It looks bad, but it's not looking bad. She still got the Christians. She still got them. They still with her. We with you, girl. It's those evil people. That ain't nothing but the devil. That's Satan. You know Satan was gonna come to get you, girl, when he saw you trying to do something good. She still got them. They're still going to. She got the Christians and she got the vegans. It's the regular people that she probably lost. And she lost some of the women that, really love their kids. And, like women be, I would do anything in the world for my baby. I'll walk across lava. I'll fight the Avengers for my baby. And you done left your baby. She done lost them. She definitely lost them. They hot. But I'm not. I'm not mad at her. Girl, get your money. Get it how you live. YouTube is an interesting platform. Okay? And if you find people who are willing to open up their pockets and give to you, get it. Because I watch other people like Tasty Talks. Tasty then came on here. She live in her van. She didn't came on here with some sob story. Somebody didn't, did things to her when she was young. She only got one eye. She blind in one eye and the other eye crooked. She uses her sob story. Oh, my husband did this to me. I was I was the one that did all the kids picked on, and I didn't have no clothes growing up. Everybody got it. That's my thing. I ain't never used my sob story. Shit. I got an origin story too. But I just don't use that for sympathy. Because I'm legit overcome by my testimony. I don't live there. The things that happened to me in my past, I don't live there. I don't wallow in that. I'm not looking for people to pay me for my testimony. I don't live there. That's just not me as a person. But if you live there, who am I to tell you not to get paid? Who am I to knock your hustle? Everybody got a hustle. So who am I to knock her for hers? We don't know what this woman has been through. Oh, thank you, Liz. We don't know what this woman has been through in her life. We don't. People are piecing together her story by court documents. But we don't know what she has been through. Even in her court documents, it says that she had some problems with her real parents as a child, and they put her up for adoption. Her grandfather raised her. Her grandmother and grandfather legally adopted her when she was 2 years old, and they raised her. So that says right there that there were some problems with her biological parents. So she is a hurt child. She hurt. Her own mama and daddy didn't take care of her. Okay, I do too. I do know mothers. I'm a mother that will do anything for my kids within reason. Now you out here just messing up, then no. You out here doing dirt, then no. I'm not gonna help you in your mess. But if you really out here trying, then yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I can to help you. But you have to look at her entire story. You know, it looks like her grandparents were wealthy people. You know, they, because someone posted a picture of their house. The grandfather passed away, I think, in 2019. That can be a problem for her also. You know, she never had her mom and dad. And then the person that raised her has since passed away, the grandfather. The grandmama, she, in a court document, threatened to slap the shit out the grandmama. And they did put her out and change the locks on the house and was like, don't come back here. So she has had some issues, you know, with her family. She's had some family issues. So when you have a whole bunch of issues like that, you come to YouTube, you want to be a different person. You I don't, I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying my best to get away from that mess. Why did y'all bring that up? Because she wasn't ready to confront that. She was running from that. I'm running from that, and I'm trying to live in the metaverse, which does not include all that hurt and pain that's in Arkansas. I don't want to live in that shit. I moved to California to get away from the shit that I went through in Arkansas. And here come y'all stupid YouTube people bringing that mess up. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Gizmo. 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 Come here. Come here. Come here. Leave that girl alone. Okay? If you wasn't giving her no money, if she ain't take nothing from you, why are you bothering her? If other men want to give her money, okay, if they want to open their pockets, that's their pockets. What they give her ain't hurting you. She ain't taking no money out your pocket. Did she? I don't care what men give her. I could care less. Because she didn't say it on her channel. You know, I guess men be, hey, do you want to go out on a date? Or, you know, can I holler at, you know, I'm pretty sure men hollering at her. She had to come up and make a video. Okay, I'm not interested in a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship, but you keep sending me the cash apps. I'm about to put on my Daisy Dukes and crop top, and because you know I got some blonde wigs that and do my makeup and go to Victoria's Secret and pull them up to here. Y'all gonna give me some money? Because I need a new car. And if y'all just giving away money, okay, I can make up a storyline too. I can make it up. But see, my situation is different. Y'all already know that I'm somebody's grandma. And you know, that's what people were saying too. If she if she was older, If she was an older woman, let's just do the whole thing. Older black woman, me, me, living in my car with a whole sob story. Would I have gotten a million views? Would I have gotten enough money to walk my behind into the Mercedes Benz dealership in Beverly Hills? Would that many people? She has gotten 85,000, let me see, subscribers in a month. 84,000 in 4 weeks. She has 34 videos and she has 84,000 subscribers. I can't even get 30 people in the chat. Because I'm not 30 years old with pretty hair, perfect teeth, white, skinny. Pretty has its privileges. Pretty, this is a classic case of pretty privilege. Pretty has its privileges. Pretty, young, soft spoken. I can be soft spoken. I'm gonna move into my van. I have an SUV. It's actually big enough. The back, when we remove that third row, is actually big enough for me to lay down and go to sleep because I'm short. Now I don't think my husband could lay down back there, but I know I could. Pretty has his privileges. And she knows that. She knows that Pretty has his privilege. And she has, you know, cashed in on it. Hey, KK. No, they will say that's what we're used to. I don't know. We, I don't think a lot of, I don't know. I don't know what they would say. But I know they wouldn't give me no money. They not going to pay me like they doing her. And even after they found out what this woman has done, they found out her arrest record, her, what happened to her child and everything. People are still saying, "It's okay, girl. You don't live there. That's you've changed. You've moved." People are still supporting her because she has, in that 4 weeks, she has built a community and she has people that legit support her. And that's a good thing. I still see your comment. Yeah, I would be shamed. I would definitely be sure they would definitely shame me. Why is her why is her old ass out here begging? Why is her old ass homeless? Can't nobody take care of her? Why her old ass can't get so scared? She should have took care of herself better so this didn't happen to her in her old age. And then you look at this healthy young woman who could get out here and get a job, but she's not doing it. And there are men willing to support her. I've looked in her comments. There are men saying stuff like, "Oh, I have a cabin in the back of my house, or I have a little, small place in the back of my house. If you ever get to this part of LA, and I'm willing to let you." I mean, ain't nobody gonna be like, "Well, you can come stay at my house. I don't want your old ass at my house." Yeah, they want her to come stay there because they think that they may have a chance to, you know, to get at her. So, girl, you better use your pretty while you can. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she does not. I'm pretty sure she's smart enough not to trust men. Well, she didn't ask for the money. She never asked for the money. She just put her cash app in her about section. She never said send me money. You know, she just gave her sob story. She just gave her sob story in hopes that people would send her money. She never said, send me money. She just did like, and she's never, she, look, let me put my, she never did that. Because she's never been live. She hasn't gone live on her channel yet. All of her um videos have just been uploads. And her Cash App was just in her About section on her channel. And her Patreon. So people were joining her Patreon, probably hoping to see some behind the scenes on her Patreon. So, I don't know. No, she didn't ask. And that's the one thing she even said in one of her videos. I never asked y'all for a dime. You gave me the money. And she didn't. I've never seen a video where she asked them for money. She just put the information out there, and people were, generous and kind enough, from their hearts, and just gave her cash apps or whatever. Because people were saying like, you should, okay, and she was making videos like, yeah, one time I was getting dressed in my car, and I didn't realize that I hadn't locked my door. And so I guess someone was trying to break in my car. And then they came and they opened my car door, and I didn't have any bottoms on. And I made eye contact with them, and they made eye contact with me, and I was so frozen in fear that I didn't know what to do. And I just grabbed the car door and closed it and just drove off real fast to someplace else. And then the next video, oh, I'm at a hotel. Thank you guys so much for, giving me some money so I could rent this hotel and just, lay down and get a really good night's sleep in a bed instead of, sleeping with my car seats, laid back in my car. It's that type of thing. You're not asking for money. You're not specifically saying, give me your money, give me some money, I need some money. But she's making up these scenarios to make people feel sorry for her, and then they will, open their pockets. But that's, hey Tina, that's part of the game. And this kind of reminds me of another YouTuber who was living in her van. And I think the young lady's name is Janelle. Let me see if I can find her. But she has since. No, that ain't her. She has since moved. Oh, I don't know what the girl's name was. She was African American, pretty girl, real pretty girl, young, pretty, living in her van with an albino python, and she got like her first video. I'm living in my van, got like millions of views, and she blew up hecka fast. But the money that she got from her videos, she went on and bought her a little house. So now she then went from van life to, living off the grid and, this type of thing. So she has been able to maintain a portion of her audience, and I'm pretty sure that is what this Ari chick was probably trying to do. Started off with this whole homeless story. I'm homeless, living in my van, rake in the money, rake it in. And she was probably going to go back to Arkansas with that money that she got and probably try to buy her house and, get back on her feet and stuff and maybe try to take better care of her child. But y'all done messed up her whole damn storyline. Digging into her past. Yeah. This young lady, she's making videos. I think she done bought a goat, and she's making her videos, living on the land and all of this kind of stuff, and how she's decorating, because I think it's like a little kind of log cabinish kind of house. It's cutesy for her. But this homeless, car living, van living thing is big right now. And those videos do get a lot of views on YouTube. And you do want to find a niche. If you don't find a niche, your videos are not going to do well the way the algorithm is set up. If you find a niche and you can fall into that and get picked up by the algorithm and your videos do well, you'll make money. This woman knew that this van living, car living stuff is big right now. Y'all leave this woman alone. She just out here hustling like everybody else. Shit. I don't like, what happened to her child is sad. It is. But we don't know the whole story. We don't know the whole story. We only know what the court documents say. And does it look bad? Yes. Is it all her fault? Who knows? Because I feel like if it was really deemed her fault, she would have went to jail. And this is another component to this story. The men that are doing the most digging in her story into this, the men that have started this witch hunt on her, are men that would probably never have a snowball's chance in hell with her. And it's some men out here that legit just hate women. And I think that they're the reason why all this mess started. Some of these men just hate, some of these men hate pretty women. And they see her and they're just like, well, she out here just taking advantage of men and taking from men and doing this to men and doing that to men. And we got to stop her. Do you, Jonathan? Do you have to stop her? Or are you just mad because she won't date you? Like Dr. Phil used to say, even a pancake got two sides. Now it's a lot going on in this situation. And I'm gonna be talking about it because I'm trying to get my views too. The majority of stuff that, I'm gonna be talking about is I'm gonna be talking about it because I want the views. I don't care. I don't care about this woman. I don't know this woman. I don't know her. And I don't care about how many men she swindled. If they dumb enough to open their pockets and give her the money, who am I to say that she shouldn't get it? That's them. And is she really, oh, well, they probably feel sorry for her. She's hitting the hearts of these men and using them. But isn't that what they do when they show these little sick kids in Africa and all these other places? Isn't that what they're trying to do? They trying to hit the heartstrings. That's how we live. A sob story is always going to bring some money and attention. This woman ain't crazy. She using her gifts. Shit. And I would too. Girl, make your money. Make your money, girl. If Thank you, Tina. If they out here, you know, if they gonna give you, hey, use that feminine energy. Use it, girl. Use it. That's what we were given it for, to use it. We wasn't given all this beauty and all this, natural feminine energy to hide it. Throw it out here and use it. Use it to the best of your ability. Just be careful, because there are some crazy people out here, that will get mad because, you used it. Yeah, we have all benefited from our, shit. We didn't all benefited from it at one time or another, you know? And if this young lady can do that, people need to look at the fact that YouTube is a job for some people. This is a job. Okay? And if you can do certain things on YouTube and it's going to benefit you, why not? Why not? This young lady is pretty. She seems intelligent. She's articulate. She's not ghetto. Um, she's not coming on here with talking crazy, smoking blunts, and fuck the world and all this. She's intelligent. She's soft spoken. She has that. She's trying to get that whole what people think is a Cali vibe. You know, California, people think that everybody in California is, the hippie, the surfer, the blonde girl walking down the street with the halter top and his shorts. Everybody in California is not a hippie. Or the surfer dude. Like, I live in the North Bay. There are no surfer dudes here. Even in the areas that is more beachy in the North Bay, it's still not that surfer dude vibe in this part of California. Even when I went to Southern California, I didn't feel that like surfer dude vibe. I just I just didn't get it there. Now, in parts of the Bay Area, in certain parts of San Francisco, you will see the older hippie. There's an older hippie vibe in certain parts of San Francisco and in certain parts of Berkeley. But it's a small community. It's not like a big community of older hippies or, surfer people. So that whole um, stereotype of California just doesn't exist. And we're not all vegans here in California. You know, People think that everybody in LA is a vegan. Everybody in LA is skinny. No, there are regular people like myself in LA. I have family in LA that look like me. They're not vegan. I mean, there was a time when me and my husband was vegan, but we jumped off the vegan bandwagon. Now, are there parts of LA where, there are vegan restaurants and, people shopping at Whole Foods and Trader Joe's? And yes, that. But not everybody in the LA is a vegan. Not everybody in LA is skinny. Not everybody in LA is blonde. Not everybody in LA is white with blue eyes. There are black people in LA, Compton, Inglewood. There are a lot of black Hispanic areas in Los Angeles. So don't let that whole vegan, white girl, beachy curl hair, stereotype fool you into thinking that those are the only people in Los Angeles, because there's a lot of black people in LA. And there's a lot of people that eat McDonald's and Taco Bell and um, tacos. Tacos are famous in LA, not just Whole Food. Where do you live, Skrilla? That you said nope, no vegan here. I mean, we were vegan for a while, and there's not like Whole Foods and Trader Joe's on every corner. It's a lot of them, but In the area where I live, there is not one Whole Foods. We have to drive to, I think the nearest Whole Foods to us is in Berkeley. Now, there's a Trader Joe's right up the street and not too far. But Whole Foods, we gotta take a little drive. So, everybody in LA is not vegan. Yeah, it's really not. Veganism is really not advertised here in California. California, cheese is big. Dairy products is big. There are dairy farms here in California. Veganism is not advertised here. That is a myth. People here in California love tacos. We love food. Okay, this California is a huge dairy farm state. There are lots of dairy farms here. There are lots of farms here, period. There's a lot of undeveloped land here in California where fruits and vegetables and cows and chickens are still being raised. Of course, California, the Napa Valley is, wine country. So, no, veganism is not advertised here. There are pockets of, vegans in certain areas, but veganism is not advertised. You still get a whole lot of commercials here. They're fast food commercials, steak, meat. That, yeah. California, you thinking Hollywood. That kind of stuff is advertised in Hollywood. Veganism is a Hollywood thing. It's not as mainstream as people really think. You're not going to see, that kind of, you may see it in movies, but you're not going to see veganism being promoted in the mainstream because they don't want you to be vegan. They don't want you to be healthy. They want you to continue to eat meat and dairy and stuff so you'll have high blood pressure and diabetes and all the rest of that stuff that is caused by junk food and fast food and everything. So hell no, they're not going to promote veganism. They're not going to promote that. They promoting eggs and beef and cheese, all of that stuff that makes the area's money. So veganism is, it's not as big as we really think it is. Of course, people, the TikTokers want to, go to certain places, these juiceries that, are aesthetically pleasing. They want to go there and take the pictures and, just like people want to go to Crumble Cookies and take the pictures and put that kind of stuff on their TikTok because, for aesthetic reasons and stuff. But as far as really being a vegan, I don't believe half of these people really are. They just want to, take the pictures or want to be seen as a vegan because some people look up to, I don't know, watch out, but some people look up to vegans or, think it's something um, good to do. So that's it, y'all. This story is still developing. Ari, she is having to come out and kind of debunk some of the things that people are saying about her. And I guess in her next video, she's going to kind of explain what happened to her child, because she said that she didn't want to talk about it this early. She said she was going to talk about, she was going to eventually talk about it. She just didn't want everything to come out at one time. And in that sense, I don't blame her. Like, give a person a chance to tell their own story. That's my thing. Let a person tell their story the way they want to. There are things about my life that I haven't told you guys. For one, some of that I don't think is your business. And for two, I'm not ready to share. I don't want to share it with you. I believe in allowing people to tell theirs. Let her tell her story when she get ready. That's the only thing I hate about YouTube. Is people will go digging into your life. They will, now it's different if you tell the shit. If you tell it, then I can talk about it. But if you haven't even told it and somebody go looking for it and find it and tell it before you get an opportunity to tell it, that's the part I don't like. It's not safe to share certain things about your life online, because when somebody get mad at you, they gonna use that shit against you. Like when Connection Rejection talked about my teeth, then I had a opportunity to talk about her homelessness. you know but I wouldn't have known that about her if she hadn't came out and said it. Things that I don't want people to talk about, I don't say. I don't share. I'm not going to say it because I don't want you to be, oh, she said so and so. Let me write this shit down in case I ever have to get mad at her, or in case then I can throw it. Well, this what you did when you blah, blah, blah. No, you don't give people ammunition. And see, that's my thing. If I don't give you ammunition about me, don't break in my house and steal my gun. That's the only part of this that I don't like. Is, she just wasn't ready to tell her story. And when people go and dig up your stuff and tell it, I think that's wrong. I just don't like that. Like, if you come on YouTube, follow the person's storyline. You don't have to dig into their life and find out, like people go looking to see if I have an arrest record, or, for me, you ain't gonna find nothing but a speed. I've only had one speeding ticket. And I went to traffic school and took care of that. I pay my tickets. But I just don't believe I'm not going to go searching for anybody's information. I'm just not going to do that. If you put it out there, you tell me your story, then I know your story. But if you don't tell it to me, I'm not going to go looking for it. And I'm going to tell y'all this, and then we're going to get ready to go. If you are a Idris Elba fan, you can get your fix by going to see the movie Beast. It was a good little movie. And you gonna get your whole Idris Elba fix because he was the star. So he was all up camera, all close to him and stuff. You getting to see close up of his face, and because I know some of y'all love you some Idris. I used to, and looking at this movie, I was like, now what exactly did I think was cute about him? What did I see? Because I don't know. Maybe I'm just so married now and so happy with my husband that I just don't see it. Because I'm like, what did I thought there was a time when I'm trying to figure out when it was. Was I like, oh, yes. But now I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I just love my husband. And I don't know. But if you do, if you think you gonna like this, because they was all up in his face and he breathing hard and carrying on, so you'll love it. If you one of those Idris, who I love, he's so chocolate, and you'll love this. I'm not saying he's ugly. I'm not saying he's ugly, but he ain't my cup of tea. Maybe my tea has changed. I don't know. Girl, he was, because he was running and, breathing out. Because, some of y'all like breathing hard and chocolate and all that kind of, it was a lot. It was a lot. It wasn't a great movie, but it was good. It was entertaining. I liked it. Yeah, girl. I think, my husband, I'm just happy right now. So other men are just not attractive to me like that. Not like, ooh, I could just fall out right here in the movie theater. Yeah, I'm not there. But if you are, you're gonna like this movie. Skrilla say I'm not crazy about Idris. And to me, I'm married. I know he's married. So I have this thing where, I'm not into, somebody else's husband. I know that man got a whole wife. So I'm just not out here, oh, he's so cute. I wish I could. No, I have my own husband and I know he is a husband. And I just, have a certain level of respect for marriage. I want people to respect my marriage. And so I respect other people's marriage. So I'm not looking at a married man like, oh shit. No. Now I'm not saying he ugly or it's not that. It's just that, I'm just not looking at Idris like that. And I think I used to. I can't remember, child. I don't know. But if you like him, oh, you cooking? Girl, I'm not cooking. I'm trying to figure out now where we're going to go eat. Because I'm not cooking. Shit. I'm not cooking nothing. Because I think the football game was on yesterday, right? I don't think the game is on. So my husband gonna have to take me somewhere to eat. Yeah, me either, Phoenix. I can't think of a man that I really think is attractive right now because Denzel's starting to look old to me. Like Denzel, I don't know. He's starting to Denzel to me that moved up to pawpaw status. And I don't like that. I mean, I'm not saying he ugly, but Denzel is like Paw cute, and I don't do Paw. I don't do that. Even though my husband is Paw, that's my Paw though. I can't do somebody else's Paw. And Denzel, he's slowly creeping up into, you know. Mm-mm. So I don't know. I don't know who. I don't know. Yeah, he at granddaddy. He ain't. He is. He's. That's where he at. Oh, he was. Now in his 20s and 30s. Cause I wasn't married then. Denzel was fine. Mo Better Blues Denzel. Glory Denzel. Malcolm X Denzel. Denzel was fine. But, he's, what is he like, 60? Is he in his 60s? Because I think he's older than I am. Hey, Siri.
Uh-huh.
How old is Denzel Washington?
Denzel Washington is 67 years old.
He's 67. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He look how he's supposed to look, though. I mean, he's still attractive, but 67? Shit. I round up. He's 70. He's 70. I round up. Girl, yeah. I mean, he still look good, though. Who is Stokey Williams? Stokely Williams. I didn't know he was, I didn't know he was, God damn. God damn. I mean, I knew he had to have been. Okay. Well, shit. He's still cute though, but just not, just not for me. Yeah, I don't know anybody right now that is just like, just cute. You know who I never thought was cute? Shamar Moore. I never got into that whole um light skin thing. He was never cute to me. Was Shamar cute to y'all? Never. And he definitely not now. He be doing too much. Every time I see him like dancing and stuff, he's always just like, and he used to be I didn't know, I didn't realize he was a Soul Train dancer back in the day. He wasn't cute to me then either. Boris, no, Boris is not cute either. Boris falls into that whole light skin. He not cute. Shamar is definitely cringe. And he always has been. Cause I don't know. It's like when he dance, he just don't have, it's just something missing. I don't know. Yeah, something is just not quite right. Who is Stokely? You know who I used to like that I thought was real cute back in the day? Is that dude that had the dreads in Janet Jackson's video, and I think he played in whose boyfriend did he play in Different World? But he was in Janet Jackson's video. He had the dreads. He was cute, but didn't he end up on drugs or something? I think he ended up on drugs. She said Boris is very clean, very sterile, pretty to look at like a vase. Yeah, I don't think he's cute. Who is the lead singer of Mint Condition? I'm about to look it up. Stokely. Stokely Williams. Why won't show a picture of him? Oh, oh no, that's definitely not my type. Nah, I don't like him. He got light eyes. He don't look like it in this picture. I don't know anybody. Oh yeah, yeah, the light eyed dude. Yeah, well he had dreads and he played the hippie girl's boyfriend. He ended up on. I think he ended up on drugs. He messed his career up. I can't remember his name, but he messed up his. He ended up messing up his acting career, um, getting on drugs. But he was cute to me. Yeah, yeah. Is that his? No, not Michael Ealy. Michael Ealy is Michael Ealy is the dude from Grey's Anatomy, ain't it? Oh no no no! This not the dude from Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy is the other light skinned dude. All these light skinned dudes, we get them. This is Michael Ealy. Michael Ealy is cute. He's cute. He's just too young for me, cause he's only 49. Well, he may be 50 by now, cause this was 2019. He's cute. He's been in some good movies. And the dude, the Grey's Anatomy guy, is cute. I can't think of his name. Yes, he was in CSI. That's him. That's him. I thought he was attractive, but I like the dreadlock. Yeah, Michael Ealy is he's attractive. I like the dreadlock, kind of hippie looking. I like that look because that's kind of the look my husband has. the dreadlock. My husband just don't wear enough jewelry for me, and I'm trying to get him into wearing more bracelets and necklaces, and to get the more of the hippie look. He don't have the quite hippie look, but that's the look I like. More relaxed, um, dreadlock look. I guess they have the official trailer out now for The Woman King. My husband just sent me the YouTube video, so I'm gonna watch that later. So that's it, y'all. I'm about to go put some eye drops um in my eyes. I probably should have been outside as long as I was, and the wind was blowing, and I guess the pollen or whatever got in my eyes because my eyes are tripping. Blair Underwood. Okay. I don't know. It was something about Blair Underwood that I just didn't like. His attitude, I think. He always had a weird attitude to me. All right, y'all. We are going to be watching this story progress. Gary Dordan. Okay, that's it. Shaza. That's who he was on A Different World. Yes, that's him. He I think he ended up on drugs. He had some issues with drugs. Oh, yeah, I always thought Morris Chestnut was attractive, but because I knew he was married, I never like really put him on my radar. Cause like I said, I always have a respect for a married man. If I find out he's married, he's happily married, I'm never like, oh, yeah, girl, I wish I could. I always just like, oh, okay, he got a wife. All right, off my list. But yeah, he's attractive. He is attractive. But I thought that Gary dude was real cute. Especially when I saw him in that Janet Jackson video, I was like, all right, he real cute. So, um, well, I'm gonna be following this story because, yeah, my allergies are. I'm about to go take something, um, a Zyrtec or something, because the wind is blowing today like crazy, and anytime the wind is blowing, it blows up the um pollen and stuff, and my allergies kick it up a notch. Kendrick from Insecure. Child. What season was who was he? Who boyfriend was he? Do you know that I done forgot like almost everything on Insecure? Because who was the lady that passed away recently? Um and they said that she was on Insecure. And I'm like, I don't remember her being on Insecure. I do not remember this lady. It was he played Nate. Oh. I don't remember these people. I definitely don't remember that lady being on Insecure. Then I was like, well, she had to be somebody's mama. Whose mama was she? Yeah, I don't know who she was, child. But they said she was on Insecure. I'm like, damn, I done forgot to show that quick. But anyway, I'm gonna go take me something for these allergies. And we're gonna be watching this I'm gonna be doing more videos on this Ari chick. We're gonna be watching this because I think, this Ari situation is like an onion. It's just got layers, and we just peeling back, just peeling back the layers. I think it's just gonna get more and more interesting. Oh, the cowboys are cute. What cowboys, girl? We gonna be peeling back the layers of this. So don't get mad at me when I be making videos about her, because if these videos are going to get views, then we gonna make these videos, okay? Because that's what it's about. It's about playing the game on YouTube. It's not about making money, making friends. It's about making money. Now I know y'all like looking at my pretty face, but we gotta make some change out of this. I'm trying to buy me a car, okay? And so we gotta make some money. Look, we gotta make some money, or I'm gonna have to be on OnlyFans selling pictures of my feet. So I know y'all don't want me to do that. Y'all don't. I know you don't want me to have to resort to selling my feet pictures on OnlyFans. So y'all need to watch these videos, okay? Or I'm gonna be on OnlyFans. Look at my toes. Look at my toes. I'm gonna be on OnlyFans like the rest of these people. I'm gonna be a gilf. Figure that out. Now I got some cute outfits that Now, don't think that just because I'm a grandma that I don't keep it spicy. I got some things that I can put on OnlyFans. I can be out here now, and if I don't get this car soon, I will be. That's gonna be in my bio. The link to my OnlyFans will be in my bio. Feet finders, girl. I will be on every foot fetish. Um, if it's gonna help me get a car, I most definitely will. I will sell these feet and everything else. I sure will. Everybody got to hustle, and if feet got to be my hustle, they most definitely will. I'm gonna give me a car. Mr. Ocean ain't got to know everything. He don't have to know everything now, and y'all don't know. He he the freaky one. He is the Mr. Ocean. Okay, Mr. Shango is the freaky one. Mr. Shango is definitely the freaky one. Oshun always got to have her a Shango husband. Always. So don't let that nice voice fool you. He is definitely a child of Shango. So yeah, we may have to, I might have to give me a little Ocean dress and dress him up a little Shango outfit, and we be on OnlyFans. Y'all gonna be like, if you don't get off here and take your Zyrtec and put your feet up and shut your mouth, because you're not gonna be doing it. I can imagine my granddaughter getting on here going, calling me, going, Granny, if you get on OnlyFans, I'm gonna come over there and take your laptop and your uh, phones from you. Don't you dare. But hey, is he a child of Shango? I think so. I think he is. In some ways, he is. He has not had a reading, and he hasn't had an official reading. But in some ways, I think he is. He is a. He is one of the more quiet Shangos, but to his core, he is. He is one of those people where you look at him and you don't assume that he was a police officer and he was in the army, he was in infantry. Like, you can't see that from him, from his outward appearance. Like, he doesn't look like he's, to me, he don't. But yeah, he is. So that's it, y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow. This is an ongoing story, so if I post another video today, like just a regular video, make sure you watch it. If you haven't caught up on the videos from last week, make sure you catch up on them, and I will see you guys soon. Oh, oh, you think he's a child of Ogun? Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later. I love you. Bye.